Installing ThermoMate's new condensing water heater. A condensing water heater uses less energy, is high efficient because it has a secondary heat exchanger. That gives you a lot more flexibility. You don't have to worry about being near a chimney or dealing with that hot exhaust. Simple to work with PVC vent right out the side of your house. I've been waiting to review and install this new ThermoMate high efficiency hot water heater. When you open the box, they give you a thank you note. Now don't throw that away. You're going to want that. Behind is a 1-for-1 diagram of the size of your new instant on-demand hot water heater, so you can use this for the installation. This is your positioning guide, so you can mount it on the wall at the exact correct placement. The mounting bar is included. Your hot water heater will hang off of this mounting bar. Your water heater purchase does come with the mounting hardware you needed. That's the hanger bar and the fasteners, including right into solid material or hollow core anchors. The mounting bar is marked with an up arrow. I marked where I want my bracket to go. I have observed it's 24 inches or 2 feet from the top of the mounting bracket to your bottom bracket if you want to secure it down low as well. So you simply hang it on that mounting bracket. It does snap in from left to right, so it won't move. It kind of has a channel where it locks in from left to right. You have an additional mounting plate down here where you can secure it even tighter. Okay, up top here, this is the flue. This is where the hot gases will escape, and this is your combustion air or fresh air intake. It has a screw here. You need to remove that, but hold on to it. Okay, simply remove the cap. Don't forget to remove that. Now that's disposable, just get rid of it. And you secure that with the same screw you just removed. Now for your water heater, you always want to be working with Schedule 40 PVC. 2 inch is the correct measurement. And then to attach fittings such as your elbow pieces, you use a 2-part primer and PVC cement. Could not be easier. You cut PVC with any ordinary handsaw. Use a 2-part mixture to connect PVC fittings, purple primer, and all-purpose PVC cement. The primer cleans and prepares the PVC. You do it on the pipe and the fitting. It's purple so the code officials can see that it's been complete, this step. Now onto the all-purpose PVC cement. This as well gets applied to both the pipe and the fitting. And then you work quickly here. You hold them together, give it a little bit of a twist, and hold it together. 30 seconds is what the manufacturer recommends. The end of your fitting is flared, so it tends to push out, so you want to keep it tight. I find after 10 seconds it seems pretty strong, but 30 is what the manufacturer says, and then your PVC fittings will last forever. Nice and strong. Okay, for the 2-inch flue pipe, you can use a high temperature silicone sealant to go around the pipe. There's also a gasket in there where you can feel it's going to grab onto the pipe nice and tight. Do not use PVC cement or glue in this fitting. On the flue installation, there's several pages in your owner's manual dedicated to exactly how to terminate that PVC flue pipe outside and how to safely do it. If you're at a part of the country that has snow from time to time, you want to make sure the flue pipe is at the highest anticipated snow level. Okay, underneath, all your fittings are labeled. This is the hot side. It's normal that a little water comes out because it was tested in the factory that it was watertight. So that's labeled as the hot side. This is the cold side, and this is where your gas connection goes. Now for this step, you can purchase water heater valve kits. They make your life so much easier. They include everything you need for an on-demand water heater installation. You have your cold shutoff valve. You have your hot shutoff valve and a 3/4 connection for the pressure temperature release valve. And you do have the safety temperature release valve. That will make your life easier, and it's cheaper than buying these components individually. All the product links will be in the video description down below. Let's start with the tape thread sealant. This is pipe thread sealant. Now any blue or white labeling is for water only, and any yellow labeling is for gas service only. Take the sealant tape. These will seal the grooves up tight. You're going to want to keep it somewhat flat as you're rotating, and you'll want to go clockwise around the threads. 3 trips around is usually sufficient. These are 3/4 inch fittings, which is the most common size for residential main water lines. I'm going to have the pressure release valve pointing that way. So yeah, you decide on the direction that you want that to point, and then with any pipe wrench, adjustable wrench or spanner, simply tighten that up. Pressure temperature release valve. This is for safety. These are required on all water heaters. These are required on all water heaters. 3 trips around with the sealant tape. Again, clockwise around the grooves as you're looking into the grooves. And you want to finish with that pointing down or away from humans. There'll be a 3/4 inch extension pipe for safety on that. Now connecting your water lines here, you have plenty of options. You can do PEX, you can do copper, which I'm probably going to do. I'm also a big fan of these flexible rated water heater braided hoses. They come in 3/4 inch, so they're ready to go for your main lines. And they could not be easier. You literally just screw them right in and tighten it up and you're good to go. Okay, onto the gas line. Okay, onto your gas connectors. Make sure the labeling shows it as rated for water heater use for safety. Now here's where I'm going to switch from the water thread sealant tape to the gas sealant tape. It's marked as yellow for safety. It's rated for gas thread sealant. You can feel it's a lot thicker. Okay, with high efficiency water heaters, you will have a condensate drain line. Water comes out of that, so you need to drain that off. You can use rigid pipe. You can use flexible hose. It should go to an approved drain or condensate pump. And no, I did not forget about the extension pipe. This is a 3/4 inch safety extension pipe from your pressure release valve. Your code and jurisdiction will likely require that. ThermoMate did you a favor here on the electrical. No wiring required. A 6-foot long cord plugs into any standard outlet. Okay, now's the time to turn the main water supply back on and check for leaks. You can now also turn the gas supply back on and check for leaks. Okay, you have the pressure temperature release valve. You have the hot side with clean out and shut off. You have the cold side with clean out access and shut off. Gas connector and condensate drain line. 125 Fahrenheit is factory set. For the max, you can go up or down depending on your preference. As far as safety clearances on the water heater, behind is 0 clearance. You can install it right up against a finished wall. No concerns with that whatsoever. And then you want 12 inches clearance from the bottom or the floor, and you want 6 inches clearance at the top. The flue pipes are safe to go right through finished ceilings. In the front of the water heater, you do want to plan for 6-inch clearance minimum. The owner's manual is quite thick. It gives you lots of safety tips and advice for the installation and operation of your new high-efficiency water heater. I knew you could do this yourself. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. All the product links are in the video description down below. Hey, you installed your new water heater. I knew you could do it.